If you're wanting to start an Amazon FBA business today, this may be the most important video that you're gonna watch. Today, I'm gonna be going over the #1 reason why you will fail on Amazon FBA. And that reason is creating a commodity product that is tailored to too many people and not to one specific target market. I started selling back in 2019. In 2019, I could literally sell ice to an Eskimo. And what I mean by that specifically, guys, the game field on Amazon and the landscape of how to sell on Amazon was completely different. Fast forward to 2022, what you need to do now has changed drastically, okay? And what I mean by that is back then with littler competition, okay, with new sellers not coming in as frequently as 2022, people will be able to launch products, do absolutely nothing to that product and still sell, make $50,000, $100,000 every single month. But now, as soon as a hot product comes into the Amazon market, you can guarantee that all those Amazon FBA sellers that are learning to sell on Amazon, that are actively selling on Amazon, are coming in and competing with you on that product. So you need to ask yourself, what are you doing differently than those competitors that are gonna be coming in, whether they be the Chinese sellers, whether they be people that have joined other programs that are looking to sell in the Amazon space. There is a flood of people, okay? And people will always say that it's oversaturated to sell on Amazon. But if you follow this #1 way, okay, of making your product better, of serving one customer as opposed to a broad scheme of customers, I guarantee that you will succeed in the Amazon market in 2022. In order to be successful on Amazon, you need to rely on data. The difference between selling on Amazon versus building a product-based brand where you're not selling on a marketplace, so to speak, is the fact that you're competing with other people. When I search up garlic press on Amazon.com, I now notice 25 different listings that are gonna be competing with me. I need to go ahead and try to take that traffic, that customer who is searching up garlic press, and I need to steal that traffic and convert on my listing compared to other people. So like I said, ask yourself, how are you doing different? One common mistake that people are making is they're relying too much on the data. They're looking at data in order to minimize that risk to get into the Amazon market. And that's exactly what you should do. As Amazon private label sellers like myself and my brother Eric, what we do is we find existing products that have existing demand, strong revenue, that is not seasonal, meaning we're finding a product that's already selling well and we're trying to put our own twist onto it. And that's the #1 key, guys. You can't just go and find a product that looks good from a data standpoint, okay, and then launch that exact same product, because that is going to be a commodity. If you're doing it, there are hundreds of other sellers that are gonna come in and do exactly the same thing. So you need to take one step forward and ask yourself, what can I do to stand out from those people that are gonna be launching after me, with me, before me, okay? So what you first need to do is identify the customer that you want to go after. So if I'm going off that garlic press, and this is going to be purely an example here, guys, but if I'm going after that garlic press, and let's say that I maybe want to target people who are purchasing garlic presses that have weak muscles, therefore they don't want something that's too rigid or too stingent on their muscles. Okay, so what I need to do at that point is really identify who that #1 target market is, so I can really just take a small piece of that market share and really adopt pictures, copy, and my listing to be optimized to really resonate with that one specific target market. Okay, once you do that, you can then go into the market to try and get more data on how you can solve that problem for that specific person. Okay, and what I mean by that is go ahead and #1, take a look at the reviews and look for those reviews where that customer is resonating with your ideal target. But even more so, go into Facebook groups. Go into Facebook groups and actually ask your ideal target market how they would like this product. What can I change? If I were to change this, is this something that you would buy? Start trial closing them on the fact that if you made this product to suit their needs, would they purchase that? Okay. The #1 mistake that you're gonna make is if you make that product a commodity and you make it for mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, every single person, because at that point, you're really trying to take a small piece of the pie of all of these different people. But if you can really hone in on that one target market and really build a brand tailored to that person, one thing that you're doing is setting yourself up to actually have that customer come by, and back to purchase from you again, because again, you've done such a great job solving their initial problem. And this is what we call building a brand. The first thing that you need to do, again, like I said, is launch your first product, identify your target market, and then start thinking about those other products that you can add directly into your brand that are still solving that same customer, because they will start coming back. Amazon is a monopoly. Amazon takes all of their customer data and they don't share it with you. So you need to somehow build a relationship with that customer so that they come back, and that way you can have more lifetime value for that customer and you can sell them more product. As you can imagine, acquiring that customer first on the front end is extremely hard. And that's why we use platforms like Amazon. They have existing traffic that we can tap into. But imagine if you can monetize that person on the back end. You no longer are paying for that customer because you have their information, and you can sell them all those other products to solve the same problems that they're feeling within that target market. Working with a very, very honed in target market and building a really good relationship, and even more so a community of those people, you are also going to be in a position where you can continuously improve your product. As more and more people come in, and I can say this in confidence, when you do a really good job differentiating your product, you're gonna have people copying you. It's going to happen, and as soon as people start copying you, what's gonna happen is they're gonna cut the price on you, and therefore your product is slowly gonna start to become a commodity. What you need to do is continuously ask your target market, your customer, for feedback so that you can continuously improve that product. Every 2 to 3 production runs, you wanna ideally change that product to solve a bigger need, to solve additional issues. You're gonna get bad reviews. You're gonna have an opportunity to communicate with those customers. Take every single opportunity that you have to ask for feedback so that you can continuously make your product better and better and better. And if you do this, it's almost as if you come into the market with a new product every single time, and people will always buy from you and always purchase at a higher price point and therefore have a higher margin, okay? If you're having a commodity product that's staying exactly the same, that people are copying you every single month, every single quarter, as you can imagine, your margin is gonna get slimmer, slimmer, and slimmer. And that's how people die on Amazon FBA in 2022. If you guys stayed this long, I hope you saw value in this video. If you can do me a favor and quickly just like, subscribe, turn on notifications so that you can get our videos in the future. And in fact, the reason that I was able to learn this one specific strategy is because I hired mentors in this space. I created a video that I'm gonna drop a link for on the screen on why and how to hire mentors in order to fast track your growth in the Amazon space. Thanks guys, I'll see you at the next video.